All right, you know what? I am going to draw up a proposal, and I will get it to you email by the end of the day. Now, is that on the ball enough for you?
All right, then get to it. Coffee break's over, folks.
Thank you.
Right here.
Thank you.
That was close, very close.
It was too close. And all David needs is one sign of weakness from me, and then you and Frankie and every patient who sets foot in this hospital will suffer.
You really need to find better things to do with all that free time you have, rather than hanging around your wife, bothering her at her place of work.
Oh, trust me, there's plenty to do. And actually, I'm enjoying this free time. It gives me a lot more time to focus on you.
Yeah, I'm a fascinating subject, aren't I?
Fascinating, huh? The planes falling from the sky, sabotage, payoffs, the attempted murder of Erica Kane. Some juicy stuff. And you're right up in the middle of it, and I'm going to prove it.
You know, I suggest you find a more productive hobby. You know, something like model planes, Pilates, beekeeping. You know, something that you can show for your efforts.
Well, there will be plenty to show by the time this investigation is over.
No. You're just going to be disappointed in the end, because there's nothing to find. Enjoy your suspension.
Maybe Ryan just ran into Greenlee, and that's why I hurt her.
Yeah, that's it.
And I'm sure she didn't mean that his hands were all over her.
Probably not.
Okay, I'm looking for a little bit more enthusiasm here.
Have you even talked to Ryan recently about where things stand with Greenlee?
He swears she's in the past.
Well, there you go.
Okay, enough playing Switzerland. Do you think something's going on with them? Should I be worried?
Look, Ryan took you to Amanda and Jake's wedding. What happened? Greenlee crisis. He left you. And just the other day, the big date, Ryan asks for a rain check. Why? Greenlee crisis.
But he showed up for our date in the end. So you do think there's something going on? Should I cancel the trip? Say something to Ryan?
Look, if you need a second opinion about your gallbladder, I'm your man. But advice about these kind of things, you need to stop turning to me.
Okay. How about a hypothetical then?
How about a hypodermic needle in my right eye?
Listen, you have this friend, and your friend likes this guy. And the more time she spends with him, the more she likes him. And she's pretty sure that he likes her too. I mean, he put her on his speed dial, and he's including her in time with his daughter, who, by the way, your friend is also starting to care more and more about.
Should I be taking notes on this?
Listen, now there's this trip to New York City. It's out of town, it's overnight. It could be a big turning point in their relationship. So say you know all of that. But you also know that this guy might possibly still have feelings for his ex. Would you have any advice for your friend then?
You know, I would tell my friend, be careful. Because sooner or later it's going to be too late for you to turn back before you get hurt. But, as you said, we're talking hypothetical, right?
Get some aspirin, okay? You're gonna need them. Hey. You shouldn't have to put up with the pain that David dishes out.
Forget I said anything. I just want to sleep. Go away. Sometimes in the morning, before I open my eyes, I forget what's happened this past year. I expect to open them and see you next to me. Does that ever happen to you?
Just sleep it off.
hell are you doing in my room?
So you come up with a resume about a fancy university and a 6-figure job, and now you think you know me.
You were a star in the courtroom.
And according to Erica Kane, that makes me more acceptable in the world.
You walked away from quite a lot.
Did I?
Yes, you did. You achieved what most people can just dream of. Why did you do that, Caleb? Why did you walk away from so much? Why did you leave so much behind?
You know what? Your boyfriend was just here. Mm-hmm. And he just warned me not to see you again. So I think maybe you should just go before he comes back here and starts doing his alpha wolf thing again.
Caleb, when we were up there on that mountain, you asked me some things about my life, and I answered them. And now I'd like to know some things about yours. I'd like to know the truth about your life.
Why do you want to know?
Well, we went through quite a lot together up on that mountain after the plane crash. And now... Is this dog?
Yep.
And now, because of Palmer's will, it seems like you and I are going to go through quite a lot together down the road. So, yes, I would like to know. Was it a scandal?
I think you should leave.
Was it the pressure?
It's none of your damn business.
I think it was a lover. The woman whose locket I found in the pocket of your shirt had obviously meant a great deal to you. And you told me a story one night up on that mountain about a beautiful, stubborn woman who was ripped away. But I don't think that was just a story, Caleb. I think she was real.
She was my life, and Adam Chandler stole her away from me. All right?